Hello everybody, it's Christine. It is time for a scrapbook process video, and it is for iron crafters. And our ingredient this month is scraps, which is amazing because I have this ginormous bag of neutral scraps. Okay, this is what I call my neutrals. I know that's got colors, but the other side isn't. And so this is like tans, browns, blacks, you know, whites and black, you know, whatever. It's like neutral stuff, right? And what I have is pictures from the solar eclipse this year. I'm in Texas, and we did experience the full solar eclipse, which was freaking amazing, not going to lie. I have some ink on there. So this is just a picture of the little glasses that we got. You had to have special glasses, of course, so you could look at it. This is just me and the sun. It was not a full eclipse at this point, obviously. This is my husband kind of looking up at it. And then this is when we kind of got the full eclipse. I don't remember how I took this picture, to be honest, but this was like through my phone or whatever. So anyway, that's my pictures. I think what I'm going to do is like an L design. And what I did is I pulled out, I have it grouped by like, some of my papers I have grouped like by themey type stuff. And so I have this journal theme. And so I thought what would be cool, I have some like this is a My Mind's Eye, and it has like key dates and things like that. So that might be kind of cool. Oh wait, this says description of activity. Well, that's kind of neat. I may have to play with this, but I have duplicates of these. I have no idea how long I've had these. Well, let's see. Is the date on there? Yeah, 2009, you guys. Is that not crazy? So maybe one of these three I'll use. I have to figure out which one. Because I want to make sure, I want to do like an L design with the scraps. So if I do that, if I'm coming along, I feel like maybe this, because then I have this description of the activity, and I could do like solar eclipse or something. And this could be kind of cool here, like this. And I've kind of got it, you guys, like I said before, I'm on this move adventure, or basically selling home adventure. So I'm kind of having to work on a minimalist standard from my scrapbooking. So this looks kind of neat, and I could take and do a little bit of scraps along here. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. So let me dig through my scraps. I mean, I'm kind of liking, like something like this is kind of neat, right? What if I just do this? Here's a newspaper print, but I don't think I want to do that because that's a little too, it's got almost a green undertone with this warm stuff doesn't work. So now this one that one's got a more, that could work like that. Maybe something along those lines. And then what about coming up and down? I may have to dig through this, you guys, and so I may not make you sit here and watch this. Let me dig through these just a minute, and I'll be back on once I've picked out some scraps. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, you guys, so I kind of I decided I'm going to washi tape my pictures together because I kept kind of moving them on and off my scraps to see how my L design was coming out. And it started irritating me because they kept, you know, not staying together or whatever. So I go ahead and take a few little pieces of washi tape here just to hold them together. Now, I will tell you, I didn't show you this in the beginning, but I have this washi tape. It's by Simply Gilded. It's quite old now, 3 years anyways, because I haven't gotten the subscription box in quite a little while. But it actually has like star constellations on it. So I know it's not a solar eclipse or whatever, but because it's kind of this, you know, again, star constellation-y stuff, I thought it was it would be good. So at the moment, again, you can't really see it because I'm using the back side to just hold the pictures together, but I will end up putting that on my scraps, and I think it actually adds a little something. I pulled out another skinnier strip as well, and it had like sparkles and stuff, but it was a little on the cooler side. This particular one here has a warmer undertone, and I thought it went really well with the papers. So I'm taking my little scraps that I kind of picked out, and I'm just trimming down a couple of them. Now, I will end up pulling out my scupperator or two just to kind of, you know, offer some texture and stuff. The only color that really comes in is this one little strip here, which has a little bit of green on it, and I thought that worked because I've got the green in the trees. You guys, I'm still fighting a cold, so if I pause for just a second or it seems like there's a little cutoff, it's because I started coughing and I had to pause the video. Yeah, like just then. So anyways, I got the little, what is that called? Harlequin pattern, diamond pattern there. And I've got this little black and gold like circly thing. I pull out a few more and I kind of look at them. I actually tear this one and I start to use it on the left-hand side, and then I decide I don't like it. So even though I do this, I actually like that paper a lot. It's called Coordinations. I don't think it's made anymore, but it basically was black cardstock with a colored core. So whenever you tore your paper, it gave you that color. And that was kind of a nice little, well, it was a bit of a peachy pink, honestly. So after I did it, I was kind of looking at it and I thought, I don't actually really like that. So that is not going to stay. But I'm kind of organizing things, and in just a minute I'm going to cut away because I'll start kind of gluing stuff together. And this is me looking at that washi tape. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's got that little, like I said, the little star constellation-y stuff on it. And the brown kind of undertones I think looks really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and scuff the edges of this. I'm going to cut away because you don't really need to sit there and watch me do all that. Initially, I actually thought to pull out that black and gold spot from the upside there, but actually that one stays, and I get rid of the torn paper. So I'm going to glue these down. I'm kind of, like I said, got this little L going on here. I actually struggle to keep these straight in just a minute. I'm trying to glue stuff down, and it's all over the place. I don't know, y'all. I was really, my ATG was giving me fits, but I didn't want to use glue, wet glue, because once it's kind of stuck, you're stuck, and I knew I was getting things a little wonky, so I needed to give myself a little bit of forgiveness. So here's where I'm kind of messing with this. I realized, oh, I need you up underneath that little harlequin piece. So that's going to go there, and I'm going to introduce that washi tape in just a second. But I'm really liking this. I think this looks kind of neat. I will say I'm going to introduce some circular elements in a minute because I'm going to go off and get into my, I actually have a little tub full of like pre-cut dye, like dye, different dye things that I had taken my scraps at one time. So I'm still kind of in the scraps theme, right? Where I took my scraps and just cut things with my dyes. So I have a little bucket, or a little, like, what are those called? They're like 12 by 13, you know, hinged things. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry, you guys. Cold medicine's got a hold of me. Anyways, I put a bunch of die cuts in there. So even that was scraps. So the only thing that was not scraps in the way of paper on this layout is my background. So I was proud of myself. All right, so I got my little pieces of washi tape here, and I think this looks kind of cool. I did not mount the photos on any kind of photo mat. I thought this looked kind of neat, just like this. Again, I'm in a little bit of a way kind of minimalist here, but that being said, I found some things. And then as I was looking for something. I don't remember what it was now. And I go, oh, I've got the glasses. I think I was looking for an embellishment of some kind. I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot the glasses. So I pulled the glasses out, and I'm kind of looking at here going, okay, how can I use these? And I'm going to end up just gluing them down to the bottom. And I like that. I mean, it's okay. It's a little bit of an afterthought, but by the same token, I think it works okay because it's building a shelf as well. So I'm going to put the photos down, and then I'm going to glue my glasses together. I will glue them together. Like I'll use my ATG to hold the little arms together. And then ultimately on the left-hand pair, because there's some dimension to them, I will end up putting foam squares. You don't see me do that because I do it off camera, but I'll add some foam squares to the left-hand side of the glasses there so they kind of lift up. And you can kind of see there. I think that looks kind of cool, though. It's kind of part of the shelf, right? So it looks like I did it on purpose, doesn't it? Instead of waiting until I happen to find them. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm going, Christine, you saved these to go on your solar eclipse layout. Like, what would I have done if I had forgotten? And then I found them later. I'd have been so mad at myself. So I was kind of glad I found them. Anyway, I got my glasses glued down. Now I'm going to I did have this circular, like this just black circle in my dies over there. And I thought, that looks I almost put yellow behind it to make it look kind of like the solar eclipse, but then I thought the yellow was just too bright, so I put it back. But I do kind of like it, and it's a good place to put the title. So it's going to say Total Eclipse. Now I'm going to start off with the eclipse. I'm going to use the circular letters for that one and just take little typewriter letters. And I'll start too far to the right, and I'll have to move them. But this little guy here, he was... These things stick sometimes pretty good initially. They're real thin little stickers too, but they work pretty good. This is the Simple Stories. I think it's called Basics maybe, or something like that. It's a little sticker book. So here's where I'm going to start spelling out Eclipse, and I'll realize fairly quickly that's too far to the right, and it's going to look really strange because I got letters, the tomorrow and all that kind of stuff over there, and that's, even though it covers it up, it looks a little strange. So I'm going to move that in just a second. And after that, I'll go through that same book in just a minute. Actually, you know what? I find my color binder. You guys, I've made the comment I couldn't find my color binder. Do you guys see that big brown circle in the upper right where it says To the Moon? I found that in my color binder. I was pleased I found my color binder. And the sad part is like literally on top of my bookshelf. I'm like, what do you think, Christine? It's not even hard to see, but there it was. And then there was this little moon here. Now, this is not technically an eclipse moon. It's a little half moon. But I thought it looked kind of neat on the layout. I'm not sure another time I'd really ever use it. So I thought, it looks kind of neat there. And then I have some little phrases on that little brown sheet over there. I think one says like, wow. And one says maybe, I'm not looking at the layout right now, but like maybe it says like, remember today, or today was awesome, or something. There's a few little phrases I'm going to stick on here. I'm going to get in the sticker book here too, and I'm going to put a little phrases here and there. I don't end up using any mixed media. I don't end up using any enamel dots or anything like that, because I kind of liked this like almost like newspapery type journalistic feel of this layout with these little words and the little typewriter looking things and just stuff like that. And I thought it was kind of cool because, of course, this is literally a once-in-a-lifetime event. So I was really happy with this. And I just kind of kept it in this like warm, like neutral palette. So I was happy with this. So that is all I'm going to do the layout, you guys. It actually didn't take me that long. I'm really pleased. I have to say, this minimalist scrapbooking doesn't take as long as the other stuff, right? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. There'll be other people playing along, and I'm kind of interested to see what they do with their scraps. So you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.